Hello, I am Spooky.
So if you have been previously watching my videos, you may know that Romanian ghost videos have been an interesting subject of discussion on this channel. In all honesty, this sort of content hits a very sweet spot for me because, first of all, I'm from Romania and these videos are very good for making commentaries because I get to make fun of what were people watching back in the day, and you get to enjoy possibly the worst type of content ever made for television. I mean, you can't look at something like, for example, the Moldovan poltergeist and think, yeah, this is the highest quality material we can put up on the television. So that's why we'll be going again into this forgotten time period of ghost videos on Romanian television, and we'll be checking out the best out of them all. And I'm sure you realize what I mean by the best out of them all. So go grab a... Oh my god, I killed it! Holy shit, I killed a bug while I was recording. There's no way that actually happened. Anyway, so go grab your Star Mix snacks and the Neumarkt beer, and let's just jump right into it. By the way, don't get worried about the language barrier. I got the fan subs for the anime. The first video we'll be watching is called The Devil of Râul Alb, and trust me when I say it, the production value is somehow worse than the video with the Moldovan poltergeist. And the thing is, this was made by the same channel.
Teroarea a pus stăpânire peste locuitorii din Râul Alb Dâmbovița. Cei care au neșansa să-i prindă miezul nopții pe ulițele satului sunt urmăriți de o creatură stranie.
This guy's voice, like the hype he creates. I want to know his techniques so I can use them in my shitty clickbait videos.
O bătrână ca din altă lume le ține calea la miezul nopții și îi bagă în boale. Urmăriți reportajul realizat.
He knows what's coming. He knows what's coming. You see that little smirk on his face? He's seen the video already and he knows it's coming. Oh my god, you saw Satan? Oh my god, that's nasty motherfucker. I won't be able to sleep for a month from now on. Oh, he's returned! Jeepers creepers! The fuck, man? What was that shit? Hold on, I want to look for a second at that, like, thing. Like, one more time. Yo, it's Satan, everybody. Lock the doors. Take your children inside. We've got a demon on the loose. And put that shit on an album cover. That looks metal as fuck.
La miezul nopții, când pe șoseaua îngustă și tăcută nu se vede țipenie de ființă, Pocitania le apare brusc la o cotitură.
It sure looks like midnight to me. You know, dark and scary. Yeah. Totally midnight.
Când am coborât în coasta aia, m-am întâlnit cu o babă bătrână, zic. Băi, băbuță, zic, ce poate vrei, mă, ta cu coanul, ziceam eu, băi...
Mergând așa, mergeați?
Da,
I can't take this interview in any way, shape, or form seriously. Like, these questions... Were you walking when you encountered her? Oh, okay. Totally understandable. Were you also breathing when you encountered her? Just wanted to know. That's it. That's all I wanted to know. If you are breathing.
am mers vreo 4 metri mai jos.
De cruce de aici, așa?
Da.
Deci pe aici, nu? Pe aici.
Da,
Pe aici,
da.
așa.
Și mă uitam unde au dat baba. Și asta era 2 fără un sfert.
Două fără sfert noaptea.
Da. Și am dus înapoi pe ulița asta pe aici.
Nimic.
What do you mean this guy drank too much and there is no devil? You guys are a bunch of elitists. You weren't born in post-communist villages. You don't know anything about demon sightings, so shut the fuck up. The sighting, to me at least, seems all too real.
Păi ce credeți că a fost?
Cred că e satana.
Satana?
Satana, domnule, aia, satana pe asta.
Whoa, the cinematics. I feel like I want to kill myself. From now on, until the end of the video, whenever something crazy happens, I will throw in this effect.
Reală sau nu, baba a semănat teroare peste întreaga suflare a satului. Localnicii se întrec în descrieri care mai grozave.
I-ați văzut chipul, fața, era frumoasă, tânără.
O babă bătrână slabă, domne, cu bazma de aia neagră, cu aia cu rochie lungă așa neagră, băia. Când mi-a numit aroșaie cu să mă duc spre casa la mine, ce să mai, că m-am domnecat până noroi, am plecat pe jos eu, de frică.
This man is running away scared, meanwhile Lady Gaga cancelled one of her concerts. Guess that means killing two birds with one stone. Damn you, Satan!
Știu că aici îi zicea niniologului. Și aici se presupunea că la o cruce de asta iese 3 draci. Așa zicea mama mea. Le era frică la mulți oameni să treacă pe zona asta. Le erau frică. Deci era o problemă. Da. Zicea, oleu, nu pot să merg singur pe aici că mi iese Santana.
Oh shit, not Santana, anything but that.
Să fac o biserică în locul ăsta, să o slujească, să fugă Santana de aici.
Ooh, my pants have been soiled again. Oh my god, this is scarier than any horror movie ever made.
Da, diavolul la râul alb. Să vedem...
What the fuck? Fucking laugh. Alright everybody, so this was the Satan from Râul Alb. I hope you had as much fun as I had while watching this. And yeah, the recording does in fact continue, but it's just some reporters gathering all the villagers and interviewing them, and they tell like their crazy claims about Satan coming at night and like tickling their penis at 3 a.m. Unfortunately, we may never know what happened to these villagers because there doesn't seem to be any kind of follow-up. No other story or article written. I like searched for it on the internet and there doesn't seem to be any follow-up to this, so it's likely that maybe the villagers got Satan. Maybe the villagers were eaten by Satan. So I have no idea. I guess the only thing we can do is to speculate because there is no part 2, or maybe they did a part 2, but it's not on YouTube, so unfortunately we can't say what happened to these villagers, but the most plausible answer is likely they're just doing okay. You know, remembering the time when a popular news station came to their village to film a staged horror news bulletin thing. I have no idea. Let's just move on to the next one. Okay, so our next video is going to be something a little bit different. I'm talking about ghost ambulances. So back in the day, I remember there were these rumors going around the country about these black ambulances that they would steal people and they would harvest their organs. It was effectively an urban legend that got out of control. It effectively created this moral panic. Everybody was scared out of their wits. Especially we, the children, were the most affected by this legend. Essentially, we developed this whole fear of going outside alone because at any point we'd had the feeling that we could get jumped by some shady dudes in doctor outfits and being taken into the ambulances to get our organs harvested. For children playground rumors, this was some truly disturbing shit. And the thing is, it spread very quickly. Because the thing is, I genuinely have memories of childhood friends that told their parents about these black ambulances, and their parents became so terrified of these shitty stories that they essentially locked their children inside. So I could only see my friends at school because then they would have to go home and spend their entire day inside, out of the fear of these black ambulances that didn't even exist. You know, this thing actually reminds me of something. This whole thing just feels very similar to that one Japanese urban legend with the woman with the disfigured face that wore a face mask. But the difference between the Japanese myth and the Romanian one is the fact that over here in Romania there were genuine cases of ambulances that were damaged. So there were these dumb kids that thought this myth was real, and so what happened is whenever a genuine real ambulance was passing by, you know, going into emergency to save someone's life, the kids would pick up rocks from the ground and they would start throwing them at the ambulance. And so genuine real ambulances were damaged because of these dumb as hell dick kids. So yeah, this is what happened in Romania over here. Truly the Wild West of Europe, if I say so myself. There were so many articles written about this situation, And while this happened over here, I do want to believe that the Japanese kids handled it in a much more mature way, because throwing rocks at women just is not the most moral thing ever.
Ia copiii și îi duce, nu știu, pe unde le staie, le ia mațe.
Oh shit, anything but claims without proof meant to make the viewers emotional.
Timp a oprit o mașină ca în stil de ambulanță și odată a văzut că a deschis geamul, a lăsat geamul jos și a scos capul cineva, un negru, ca un marocan, cu un cap mare așa.
Yo! Oh my god! Romanian news didn't give a shit! They were crazy back then.
Toată lumea știe povestea cu mașina fantomă. Se făcea că doi indivizi dubioși
La spital, la județeană la Pitești, s-au deghizat în doctori și că ar fi luat doi pacienți.
apoi tot ei.
O fată, o femeie a intrat într-o curte, după aia ăla s-a urcat în mașină.
În fine.
În fine. What a hard line if I ever heard one. He sounds like those stereotypical American teen girls that always go, whatever.
Ce le-ați spus copilor? Să se ferească de ambulanțe? Le-ați spus?
Să nu circule cu mașini cu persoane necunoscute.
Look, I don't want to nitpick. I've already yapped on enough with the backstory behind the ghost ambulances. But what is this cinematography and why is it edited this way? I'm talking about the gate. Why are you showing me the gate closing? Is the ambulance backing up and pushing the gate? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Los hijos de la Maldonado, y como andaba re feliz me puse a bailar cueca a lo choro tiki 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 taca taca ta teque teque 9 ratatatata.
The last video we'll be looking at is something more akin to the first one. By that I mean it's yet another Satan story, although it's much more recent. So even though the main televisions that had this type of sensational journalism, they dialed down their insanity and became more vanilla, there were some that tried to squeeze the last drops from the paranormal folk horror stories.
Într-o comună din Iași, oamenii se jură consternați că în timp ce își conduceau vecinul la groapă, sicriul a început inexplicabil să tremure. Mai speriată decât toți, soția mortului susține că la mijloc este fără doar și poate necuratul. Vă avertizăm că urmează imagini și informații care vă pot afecta emoțional.
When somebody pulls out the no copyright YouTube horror music, you know they mean serious business.
Faceți-vă cruce că e necurată.
Whoever edited that intro needs to be in Hollywood. Okay, we have potential. We may not lift up to the quality standards of Indian soap opera editors, but we are on our way.
Doamne, Maica Domnului, când fac o cruce cu stânga.
Bro, this lady must have been so traumatized to the point she doesn't even care with which hand she makes the cross gesture thing. This is just sad, man. F in the chat, everybody.
Oricât de tare ai fi, te trec fiorii.
Okay, let's make a bet. If I make it to the end of the video without unleashing the demons inside my ass, you're gonna have to subscribe. And if I lose, I'll fly to Kosovo and commit mass genocide.
S-ar fi întâmplat, spun cei cu frica lui Dumnezeu, unde dansează de obicei necuratul. La răspântia unor drumuri, cosciugul a început să miște de parcă mortul s-ar zbate înăuntru.
Ne-am gândit că poate a luat un pietroi.
Nu, exact cum stau eu aici, așa, ea cu căruța, așa făcea sicriul în sus.
Nah, bro, nah. This is crazy. They put hydraulics on the coffin. They converted it into a lowrider. A dead rider or something like that. Okay, so this is your chance to let your creativity shine. Everybody tell me in the comments your name for the Romanian coffin lowrider. And the best ones will receive a heart. Actually, thinking about it again, I realized something even better. This is literally that one meme with when the G falls off the graveyard, but the over-dramatic version. The body couldn't control its hype for the underworld rave party, so it was bouncing to the rhythm like bam, 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 bam. Editor me out a catchy rave beat.
De spaima așa zisului strigoi, cortegiul a încremenit. Alb la față, preotul a căutat salvarea în rugăciune și a găsit-o, ca prin minune, spiritele s-au potolit.
Explicația este că el a murit necat în fântână. El nu ar fi trebuit îngropat cu părinte, cu preot.
Dar nu l-a băgat în biserică. Nu.
Nu au slujit în biserică.
În fața bisericii, atâta.
You know, something I really like about these news videos, yes, they are cringy as fuck, yes, they are all fake, but even with all of that, I still managed to learn something I never even thought of was real. Like in Moldova, this whole custom where the funeral of drowned people requires that you don't have a priest. So make sure you go to the funeral without money in your pocket. You know, so you don't attract the priests. Alright everybody, this was Romanian Ghost Videos Part 1-1. That's number 2 in Roman numerals. So obviously this is part 2, which meant that we had a little bit more content in the previous video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you laughed at it, or just I hope you had a fun time watching these shitty news bulletins with me. Unfortunately, news channels around here do not make staged paranormal investigations anymore, but don't think that the televised circus has stopped in any way. While most stations in Romania are very standard, there are still some that exaggerate headlines, spread misinformation, and in general spend hours having arguments over which politicians are the best ones and which ones are just puppets of George Soros. But before the comment section under the video gets turned into a war zone of ideologies, I want to declare that this is not a political channel, so I don't want that shit in my comments. Go on Twix or Blue Sky if you want to fight over politics. Anyway guys, I have one more video in the making about Romania, and it's about a well-known sect from back in the day. If you know, you know. I'm not going to elaborate any further. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry for taking this long to upload a new video, but be on the lookout for new content because I'll make sure I'll drop videos sooner, so be on the lookout for more new videos. And wow, I just repeated myself. So anyway guys, I hope you liked it and you subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!